Hello friends, hope you all are well at your home and you are very much safe at your home. Today I am going to deliver a kind of interesting lecture for my beloved professional brothers, for my all of the colleagues and to the my juniors, because in this era or in this season, whatever the veterinarians are practicing in the field condition, they are facing many kind of the problems, and to rectify that all kind of the problems which I am also facing at my initial phases, and along with that I am also every day I am also facing one kind of another problem, one and another in the field condition. Most commonly the problems which are arriving during the surgery, because during the gynecological cases, during the medicinal cases, we can handle it very much properly and we can take it easily, because they are not having any kind of the life threatening condition until and unless it is some of the very infectious and very hazardous disease condition towards the animal, just like the dystocia, just like the milk fever in the third stage. These are the some of the most common medicinal and gynecological problems in which an animal can get towards the death. But today only I want to discuss about the various surgeries, or how a field veterinarian can do the surgery in a proper manner, because as compared to the humans, we are not having that much well established operation theaters, we are not having that much well established anesthesia procedures along with the anesthetic materials. But although we are doing at our best, how we are best, that although we have not any kind of this facilities, but although we are doing our best to the animals. So what are the problems and how we can rectify it in the field condition? So in the field surgery, the first and foremost thing which we have to follow is the tenets of Halsted. Tenets of Halsted, all we are knowing what are the 7 principles are there, that I don't want to go into the detail. But most commonly this problem it is with the every veterinarian. They are not following this 7 rules of tenets of Halsted. Why? That I am not knowing. In the initial phases of my career, I was also not following that much properly. But by the time I got the point that if you are following this much principles commonly, and then you can get the best results. Okay, in if I want to go in some of the details or for the overview of the tenets of Halsted. So in the tenets of Halsted, Mr. Halsted told that in the very much earlier era, that you have to be very much cautious about the infectious conditions. First one, it is the infection. Second one, which I like personally, being an anatomist, that the obliteration of dead space, along with that, this point, most commonly the veterinarians are neglecting this point, and that one it is the anatomical dissection. One by one we will discuss in the detail. First one, it is the infection, how to prevent the infection. In the field condition, all the veterinarians are in the so much hurry that they are doing hazardously. Firstly, they are shave continuously, and after that they will provide a 1 layer of povidone iodine and they will start the surgery. But friends, this is not the point. First and foremost thing, don't be panicked when you are performing any kind of the surgery. Be calm, and if you cannot do this much properly, then just take 2 to 3 deep breaths and think how I have to perform this surgery. Because in the most common condition, whenever we are getting the patient of a surgery, or when the animal it is suffering from any kind of the surgical condition, then we are not properly thinking about that this much procedure I have to follow. We are just go for it, but it is not the point. So why I am giving so much importance to this point, that the infection? Because whenever we are performing any kind of this surgery, first and foremost thing, just be prepared from your mind that this much point I have to cover in this surgery. One by one we will discuss for the individual surgery also, which are most commonly we are practicing in the field. But how you can prevent the infection? First and foremost thing, the infection can be prevented from me only or from you only. You can prevent, or I can only prevent the amount of the infection during this surgery. First thing, be aware that in the very clean area you have to lay down the animal, or in some of the surgeries you have to perform in the travis, or if the travis it is not available, then you can perform in the standing position also. But whenever you are performing any kind of the surgery in any of the patients, for the large animal also as well as in the small animals, you have to keep in mind one thing, that you have to first restrain the animal. Because in the field condition, whenever I am talking about the large animals, in case of the large animals, there is a ample amount of the chance that after the surgery he or she or the animal can get the infection. How it is that? So because in the field condition, ample amount of soil, and as we have all know that the soil, it is a much good source of the Clostridium microorganisms, and this Clostridium, it will definitely infect that point. Along with that, we are all knowing the skin, it is also having the normal microflora just like the Staphylococcus and the Streptococcus. So first you have to prevent from yourself, that you have to clean up your hands, just like the you have to give the surgical wash to the hands, and after that only you have to perform the surgery. This is the first point. Be protective to yourself first. Firstly, just clean your hands by the surgical wash. You have to give 3 surgical wash to your hands and put it in a slanting manner, so all of the water can be dropped. After that, how can you prevent the infection from the animal side? So whenever we are talking about from the animal side, as we have all know, firstly we have to restrain the animal. After the restrainment, and after you give the first scrub to the animal or on the animal skin, then after that only you have to apply the local anesthetic material. So how it will be helpful in your surgery? So in case of the large animals, most of the surgeries we are performing in the local anesthetic material only, by means of the local anesthesia, or you can deal with the just like a sedation. You cannot give general anesthesia to the large animals, as you are all very good and you are having a good knowledge about that you are not completely do the general anesthesia to the animal. You can perform it in the sedation only. I am talking about injectable anesthesia only over here. So whenever you are performing the surgery by means of the local anesthetic material, firstly you give 1 scrub to the skin, and then you have to perform it the local anesthetic infiltration, and after that give at least 4 times the surgical scrub you have to give at least 4 times after the application of the local anesthetic material. Because whenever we are talking about the animal skin, so in this much area you have infiltrated the local anesthetic material, okay, and after that you have to give the scrub, 4 times scrub, because along with this your hands also, you can also spread the infection on the animal skin. So this much amount you have sprayed over here the local anesthetic material, you have given the 3 or 4 scrub, minimum 4 scrub you have to given, and then apply the povidone iodine first on the incision line only. First you have to give the scrub or application of the antiseptic material on the incision line, and then in the outward manner, means first you have to give the application of the antiseptic material on the other side, on the either side of the incision line, and then above it, above and below it, just like the spread of the rabies virus. As we are all knowing that firstly it will having the centrifugal force, and then it is having the centripetal force, which by means of the centripetal force it is going into the body. So in the centrifugal force, it is towards the center, and centripetal means away from the center. So you have to give the centripetal application of the antiseptic material. After that, most commonly the veterinarians are doing the mistake that after opening the BP blade, the Bath Parker blade, they are putting it at anywhere. But keep in mind, just keep it into its cover, because the BP blade can also spread the infection. After that, you have to just perform the surgery. You are going into the abdominal cavity, or you are going into the thoracic cavity, or you are going into the, in case of the major of the cases, you have to perform in the pelvic, many of the surgeries you have to perform in the pelvic cavity. But during this surgery also, keep all kind of the surgical material, suture material, and all of the surgical instrument in a proper way, that they should not provide any kind of the infection to the animal. Third thing, in the field condition we are not having the autoclave. In the field condition we are not having that much high quality standard operation theaters. So for that, you can do one thing. Before this surgery, whenever you are injecting the local anesthetic material, so you can boil water into a bowl, and you can put all of the surgical instrument into that, so it will completely get autoclave. Just like the autoclave material, it will completely autoclave into that boiling water. Okay. Now over here, why I have given you the point that after the first scrub you have to apply the local anesthetic material over here, because after the first scrub, when you are applying the local anesthetic material over here, and after that you are giving 4 times scrub to the surgical area. So how it will help? The local anesthetic material, it will completely get sprayed, or it will completely get infiltrated in whichever the site you have to perform the surgery. So this is the main advantage to apply the local anesthetic material after the first scrub. So that means, by means of this, you can prevent the infection in case of the during the surgery. After that, the obliteration of the dead space. What do you mean by dead space? That layer by layer, whenever I am talking about the abdominal cavity, by means of whenever you are performing the surgery from lateral side of the animal, you have to go first give incision in the skin, then the subcutaneous fascia. After that, the muscles are coming over there. If you are performing from the center of the abdominal cavity, then you will get 3 kind of the muscles: obliquus abdominis externus, obliquus abdominis internus, and the transverse abdominis. Yes, the 4 abdominal muscle is also there, but it is on the ventral aspect of the abdominal cavity, not on the lateral aspect of the abdominal cavity. So you will get 3 kind of the muscles on the lateral wall of the abdominal cavity. Firstly, you have to incise the skin. After the incision to the skin and the subcutaneous fascia, you will get this kind of the serrations on the lateral abdominal wall. These are the obliquus abdominis externus, because it is having the downward and forward manner. The first one, it is the obliquus abdominis externus, it is downward and backward in manner. After that, the obliquus abdominis internus, it is having the downward and it is in the downward and forward manner. And after that, you will find the transverse abdominis muscle just like this. After that, you have to incise the peritoneum. During this also, if you are not sure about whether I am preventing the infection or not, so at that moment also you can apply the antiseptic material by cutting each and every layer. Okay. After reaching into the abdominal cavity or inside of the any kind of the body cavity, you have to perform just like the rheumatommy, or for the enterotomy, or just like the cesarean section. These are this much of the operation which are most commonly performed in the field condition. So that we will discuss later on. But whenever we are suturing the layers after performing this surgery, at that time we are mistakenly or by any means we are putting a dead space over there. And what is this dead space? That you are not anastomosing, or you are not giving alignment to the every and each layer. Just like you have to suture the peritoneum in the alignment position, then you have to perform the suturing on the muscles in the alignment position, then to the subcutaneous fascia, and then to the skin. So whenever you are not performing, or you are overlapping the one or two layer, it will definitely hinder the healing process. So for that only you have to obliterate the dead space. And after that, the most common mistake which is made by the field veterinarian, it is just like a butcher. I was in the very initial era, I was also one kind of the butcher, because I was not knowing about the exact anatomical dissection. So I am not blaming, I am also one of them. But by the time I got the point, the anatomical dissection, it is very much important part. Whenever you are knowing about the anatomy of any specific area, then you can perform the surgery very well. And why I am giving importance to the anatomical dissection? Because until and unless you are not doing the anatomical dissection, you will definitely get some of the problem during the surgeries. Okay, so if you are performed in the serial manner, that is skin to the muscles, and for the muscles I want to give you something, that for the muscular incision you can use the grid incision. What is the grid incision? So if the muscles have this kind of the direction just above the obliquus abdominis internus, so you just give the incision on the direction of the muscles, so it will definitely help in the healing process, and you can get the best results by means of the grid incision. Because whenever you are putting the incision just like this in the opposite direction of the muscle fibers, you are cutting the whole anatomical position of that muscle fibers. So I will suggest you to put the grid incision in the directions of the muscle fibers. So this one, it is one of the important point I want to tell you, that the anatomical dissection we have to perform. Now after this, one another point it is there from the tenets of Halsted, that one might be last one, it is the immobilization. Why the immobilization? It is very much important. Some of the field veterinarians, they are doing the caesarean section from the ventral aspect, or some are there which are also performing from the lateral aspect, but most commonly they are performing from the ventral aspect. So whenever you are not immobilizing the ventral aspect of the animal or ventral part of the animal, whenever the animal will rub the skin on the ground, it will definitely get any kind of the problem, just like the infections, or maybe there may be suture dehiscence, or there might be a problem just like the suture line will get ruptured. Okay, so you have to immobilize that part completely. After that, now some another suggestions are there, that the first one towards the anesthesia. How this anesthesia is important? Because as I have already told you that we are not having any kind of the inhalation anesthetic machine, or we are not having that much well established operation theaters. So for that, just you keep at least one assistant to yourself. Some of the veterinarians, I was also very much sound for that I will perform this surgery alone. But in some of the cases, I have faced many kind of the problems, because I have to perform the surgery, I have to give the importance to the infection also, that it will not spread. Along with that, I have to keep in mind that the animal, it is in the complete anesthesia or not. It is most commonly in case of the GA, means in case of the general anesthesia, because in the general anesthesia we have to completely to be concentrative on the anesthetic stage of the animal. Now there are total 4 stages, as we have all know. There are total 4 stages of the anesthesia. That the first one, in which the animal, it is having the loss of the voluntary excitement. Second one, loss of the involuntary excitement. And this one, it is the stage of surgical anesthesia, in which you can perform the surgery. Most commonly the general anesthesia we are going to perform in the small animals mostly, but the third stage, it is the stage of surgical anesthesia, in which you can perform the surgery. And fourth one, it is the complete death. So most commonly you have to perform the surgeries in the third stage and in the third plane of the third stage of the general anesthesia. Along with that, one cannot perform a multitasking assets, or might be, I am not sure that one cannot have the multitasking ability, but whenever I am talking about me or the persons who are just like me, who cannot perform the multitasking performance, or who cannot perform the multi-purpose activities, so at that moment, at least one assistant you have to keep, which is having the very much sound knowledge, or might be he or she should be veterinarian only, means he or she should know about the anesthesia, which are the stages and which are the reflexes I have to check out during the surgery. Okay, so this one, it is the first suggestion. During the anesthesia, at least keep one assistant with you. Okay, if you are not keeping any kind of the assistance, so to the layman also you can say that just keep watch on the eyes of the animal. Along with that, only the movement of the thoracic cavity, whether the animal it is respirating or not, whether the eye reflexes, means by putting the fingers, he or she can check the eye reflexes also. Okay, so if you are not having any kind of the surgeon during this any kind of the assistant surgeon during the surgery, okay, so you can also do this. After that, now we will discuss one by one surgeries, and most common surgery which we are performing in case of the field condition, it is the patellar desmotomy. So in the patellar desmotomy, many of the field veterinarians, they are perform the patellar desmotomy in the standing condition. Some of are very much they are practicing in the laying down condition. So whenever I want to compare these two parts, that one can perform in the standing condition, one can perform in the lying down condition. So I will give the advantages and disadvantages. Yes. In the standing condition, you can definitely palpate the medial patellar ligament in the very sound manner. And in the lying down position, there is some of the relaxation. Due to that, you cannot palpate the complete ligamental structure. So, yes, this is one kind of the advantage in the standing condition. But whenever we are talking about the animal behavior, we are not knowing that the animal, whether the animal it will react or not react. Okay, because some of the field veterinarians, they are doing the patellar desmotomy without application of local anesthetic material also. I am one of them. So whenever it's pinch, the blade is pinching to the animal, how she or he will react, we are not knowing. So I will suggest for the patellar desmotomy, you should perform in the lying down condition also only, because whenever the animal will react towards your surgery, then might be you will get kicked by the animal. Along with that, there are so many cases that the BP blade, it will completely break down into the ligamental part or into the skin. It will get stuck, and it will create the major problems, just like the infection from the Clostridium. Along with that, it will also create the problem of infection. And firstly, I have already told you, you have to firstly control the infection only. Okay, so this one, it is the suggestion for the patellar desmotomy. Then second most common operation which we are performing into the field condition, it is the rumenotomy. For this surgery, I have only two suggestions, that until and unless it is not possible, you have to perform this surgery in this standing condition only. Why it is you should perform in this standing condition? Because whenever the animal it is lying down on the lateral recumbency, then the rumen, as we are all knowing that it is having the 280 liters of capacity, it will completely get having so much load and the pressure toward the lungs, and the animal cannot breathe properly, and ultimately animal will get collapse. So to prevent the collapse of the animal, you have to perform the rumenotomy in this standing condition until and unless it is possible, means it is impossible to do the surgery in the standing condition. You can perform in the lying down condition. After that, the second suggestion for the rumenotomy, it is there that in the rumenotomy, always in the standing condition as well as in the lying down condition, 1/2 or 1/4 part of the ingesta or the food material you have to extract out from the rumen. If you are having any kind of the doubts, you can put the magnet into the rumen, and by means of that you can get the foreign body if it is present over there. If it is just like a plastic, you have to extract it out obviously, but until and unless it is only and only case of the traumatic reticuloperitonitis, you have to extract out the 1/2 or 1/4 of the ingesta from the ruminal content. Because why it is there? So whenever you are extracting whole of the ruminal material, in the some of the cases I have observed that rumen it will get completely collapsed, and after the surgery for the long period the animal will get anorectic. So to prevent the anorexia of the animal after the surgery, you have to just extract the 1/2 or 1/4 part of the ingesta in case of the rumenotomy. Okay. Then the third operation which we are most commonly operating in the field condition, it is the caesarean section, or we are knowing it as C-section. So in case of the C-section, only one solution it is there, that during when you are performing the hysterotomy, as you all know, so during the performance of the hysterotomy, a drap should be kept inside the uterus, as we are all knowing, but in the field condition we are not having that much material that we can put the drap, or we are not having that quality of the material. So for that only a simple muslin cloth which is available at every home in the villages, muslin cloth ગુજરાતી માં જેને આપણે ધોતિયું કહીએ છીએ, that muslin cloth you can, a clean muslin cloth you can apply into the uterus, and you can prevent the spread of the material which is present for the nutrition of the newborn calf. So you can prevent the spread of that fluid into the abdominal cavity. Okay, so this one it is the one suggestion for the caesarean section. After that, another one in the field condition, this is not most common operation that all veterinarians are performing, but if they are performing, I have to heartfully thankful to them, because very few veterinarians are there which they are performing this surgery, and that one it is the enterotomy or enterectomy followed by the enteroanastomosis. As we are all knowing that in case of the intestinal obstruction we have to perform this surgery. So I have one good suggestion in this surgery, that during the suturing of the two intestinal lobes, whenever we are performing the enterectomy followed by the enteroanastomosis, at that part the two cut ends of the intestine, for the proper alignment of the two ends of the intestine, a small of banana you can insert into the one end, another into the another end, and then you just perform the suturing and then crush it inside the intestinal part only. So it will helpful to align both of the ends, and you will get the hardness for the suturing of the intestine only. Okay, so this one, it is one kind of the suggestion to the enterotomy. And ultimately the main purpose of a veterinarian is to prevent the infection and to fulfill the requirements of the animal and fulfill the all needs of the animal. And lastly, I have one suggestion to you which is might be helpful to you, that always take the undertaking from the animal owner, because I have also faced so many problems that if the animal get died, the owner will obviously blame you and they will tell that you have killed my animal, but it is not there. So they are trying our best to serve the animal, to treat the animal, and to prevent any kind of this much hazardous condition. But some of the cases are there that the animal owner, it is so much attached to the animal, so they are blaming to us. So for that only you have to take the undertaking that the surgery which is I am performing, it is completely on the responsibility and on the wish of the owner, and I will solemnly not responsible for if there any kind of the hazardous or any kind of the unwilling full condition it is there. Okay, so these are some of the suggestions which of the problems which I am facing into the field condition. Along with that, I am so much thankful and I am so much proud to the all field veterinarians which are performing their duties in this condition, in the coronavirus condition or in the COVID-19 condition. I am proud of, I'm very much proud to all of the professional brothers, and I can proudly say that all my professional brothers and sisters, they are doing their job at their best. And after this much suggestions, I am also in the seek that you have also give some of the suggestions to me, so by that means only I can also make it better for the betterment of the animals, along with that for the society. So be safe at your home, stay at your home please, and keep staying at your home until unless the all condition it is not completely get recovered. Okay, thank you so much.